Hello po. And it's a Manic Monday. Manic Monday ba sa inyo? Well, it's a busy Monday po. And we have a very nice topic po that is mentoring med students. And we are honored to have the head of the mentoring program of the UP College of Medicine with us today. So last week po, we had our two med students, Diane Cunanan and Mr. Doms Arceo from St. Luke's po Medical Center Medical School and the William H. Kuwasha Memorial. And pinag-usapan po namin were the stresses of med school, the stresses and the challenges of med school. And one of the things that they mentioned, both Diane and Doms, was that there was a mentoring program po sa St. Luke's. So, a lot of you are wondering, what is mentoring? Paano yung relationship niya sa med school, sa mental health? Pareho ba yun? Can I become a mentor? Can my child have a mentor? So, lahat po yan pag-uusapan po natin ngayon hapon. And let's review po our schedule for this week. Yesterday po, we announced the winners of the Dr. J's Healthy Balut Contest. And si Roan po ang nanalo. And Roan, please register yourself to pick up your balut. And there were runners-ups po and most tags and shares. So this week, we're having the Plantita Contest. I'll be announcing it tomorrow, the winner po on Sunday again. And mamimigay po akong organic fertilizer to the plantitos and the plantitas. So, sa inyo po lahat who were with us last week, na busy po tayo sa band rapid testing. But we still did a lot of talks last week that included a Q&A po, the med students, the plantita talk, and the med deans. This week, Monday po, today is the mentoring the med students. Tuesday po, we have breastfeeding, organic na breastfeeding pa with Nanay Nona, Miss Nona Castillo Andaya. She is the breastfeeding coach po, Benji, and she's a vegan, organic lifestyle, lahat na ilagay mo na sa kanya. So we're happy to have with us Nanay Nona. On Wednesday, we'll take a break. Thursday and Friday, we will announce po kung ano po yung maging topics natin. But today, our topic is mentoring the med students and our guest. I would like to read po our guest today. We'll bring her in a few minutes. Her name po is Professor Dr. Josie S. Isidro La Peña. She's a DFCM and from the UP College of Medicine, and she's the chair of the expanded program on mentoring group. I'm also a mentor, FYI. So Ma'am Josie is actually my boss. So Ma'am Josie, Miss Reina, let's welcome po Professor Josie S. Isidro La Peña. Ma'am Josie, kumusta po kayo?
Hi! Kumusta sa kainyong lahat?
Ayan. So
Ana?
this lady is my boss. And the professor po, a professor of uh, the UP College of Medicine, and she's the chair of the expanded program on mentoring group. So, ma'am, can you hear me? Okay naman po.
Yes,
Ayan.
Ana. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sige
Can you
po.
hear me?
So, yes, ma'am, malinaw po. Thumbs up. Ayan.
Okay, good.
So, to everyone who's listening today, this lady is both very high-powered but very mabait, as she is the head of all the mentors po in the UP College of Medicine, and she really inspired me to become a mentor. So we will hear po her journey and her advice po to parents, to students, to mentors, as the head po of the UP College of Medicine Expanded Program of Mentoring Group. Ma'am, basahin na po natin yung case natin, ano po. So,
Okay, if you wish.
okay, ready na? Okay. And then I'll bring in the questions po. So our letter that we receive is, Dear Doctora Ana and Dear Doctora Josie, we are the parents po of an incoming first-year student in med school. And we have heard so much po about the challenges of stresses of mental health sa med school. And ngayon po, nadagdagan pa ng pandemic. Someone told us that the mentoring program po is a big help, but we don't know much about it. So, do you think po medyo makakabawas po ito sa mga problema namin hinaharap anxious about
Okay.
everything, including the stress that our child could be facing. Well, actually, kami nga ho ang nasa-stress. So, please
Mm-hmm.
help us and tell us more about mentoring and mental challenges po of med school. So, please help us, Doc Anna and Professor Josie. So, ma'am, this is a parent po na
Mm-hmm.
parang parents sila. They something like two. Opo. And their child is
Oo,
about to enter
anxious na.
med school. Opo. Anxious lahat. Opo.
Oo.
Can you give them
Di ba it's okay to
some,
be
kasi
not okay these days?
ano po, the orientation. So, paki-orient niyo po ito. Opo.
Yes. This coming August 24 nga may orientation sa UP. Eh. So this is just
O,
like a
sige po.
preliminary to that. Anyway,
Sige.
sige, let's talk about mentoring. But I can only talk about the experience in UP, in the University of the Philippines College of Medicine, because
Oo naman
I
yan,
have
ma'am.
not
Oo.
gone
Oo.
around no
Oo.
in with other schools. Although si Dr. Joey, who was the one heading it this before, actually helped other schools start their own mentoring programs. So I think we were one of the first to have a mentoring program in UP. When it started, it was actually a measure kasi at that time, UP was changing its curriculum. It was moving from the traditional one to an organ system instruction. So we thought this is something new, and therefore the students might require additional support. So the mentoring program was established or was developed basically to guide and help the students in their journey towards the new curriculum. So that was in the year 2004, no? So nakagraduate na yung mga nag-start, yung first class na nag-undergo ng mentoring, nakagraduate na ngayon. And some of them have become faculty members of the College of Medicine. And when there was an evaluation done 5 years after it was started, there were a lot of good things that were mentioned about mentoring, how it had helped the students in their journey. So, in a way, yes, it has proven its worth in terms of providing assistance to medical students. Kasi, siguro alam naman, I mean, mentoring is like, there's an older person or someone who has gone through the journey, and then you're guiding someone younger who's going through the journey pa lang. And then, so it's a good, it's a good relationship, no? From someone who has been there before, and then tutulungan mo itong someone na papasok pa lang. So essentially ganun yung ganun yung idea ng mentoring.
Okay.
Except that na lahat tayo bago sa pandemic. Yun.
Mas nadagdagan ho yung mga problema. Opo. Ma'am, bakit ho?
Oh, pero
Why? Opo. Sige po. Ma'am, tanong ko, when was the mentoring program in UP started? Like, how many years na po siya? And what was the main reason po for starting the program? Opo. Like, bakit naisip niyo po to? Like,
ah
did you feel, why was there a need for a mentor? Kasi ako ho, nagtatapos
oh,
naman ako, wala akong mentor. Opo.
oo. I thought that was what I shared. Hindi ba narinig? It
Opo,
started in
parang sinabi niyo po that you were
2004 sa
changing the
UP.
system po in UP.
And
Opo. Was that the
oo,
only
yes.
reason?
Oo. Nagbago
Opo.
yung curriculum kasi dati traditional. Yung dinaanan mo was traditional.
Opo.
Pero nung 2004, binago, nagkaroon ng organ system integration. So, unlike before, di ba, nung panahon natin, kasi traditional din ako, we take
Opo.
anatomy for a whole year and pathology for a whole year. Ganon, di
Opo.
ba? But this time, in the new curriculum,
Opo.
integrated na lahat. So, the basic and the clinical, mai-integrate na. So, first year pa lang, meron silang mga clinical subjects. So, it's something really new. And merong
Opo.
merong need for the students to absorb a lot in a short time. So naisip, sige,
Opo.
lagyan natin ng mga mentors para matulungan yung mga students to adjust to be able to cope with the changes.
Ah,
So
okay.
yun yung start ng mentoring program sa UP. And then also at the time, parang nakikita na rin yung benefits of having someone, an older person guiding someone who's younger, go through the journey of undergoing the medical course. And that's basically how mentoring started in the UP.
Okay.
So
So, ma'am, sino po ang
2006,
nagiging
2004 pa yan.
tagal na rin, ma'am, ah. What do you know if it was the first sa
16,
Philippines or
almost 16 years.
16 years na yun, ma'am. Opo. Nauna ho ba tayo
Oo,
or did
oo.
you hear of any mentoring program elsewhere, ma'am? Or sa Pilipinas?
Yun nga, I think we were one of the pioneers. Kasi
Opo.
si Dr. Joey nga was invited in many schools to start their mentoring programs.
Okay.
He was
So,
the
marami na rin
former
po.
chair of the mentoring committee. Oo.
Opo. Opo. And then kayo. So,
Marami siyang
who can be a
natulungan to start a mentoring
Ay, that's
program.
good. Opo. Yan. Ma'am, sino po ang ideal who can be a mentor and what qualities are you looking for po in a mentor? Opo.
Yan yung yan yung talagang through the years, nakikita namin talaga through the feedback of the students, sino talaga yung dapat ma-invite. Kasi kapag ang mentor mo ay pinilit lang, there's this tendency na kasi hindi naman talaga nila, in a way,
Hindi
hindi
nila
naman talaga sila nag-volunteer. They were just,
Opo.
napilitan ba? So,
Wag
hindi
naman.
sila
Opo.
ganun ka-engaged. Mm-mm.
Opo.
So, one of the most important criteria would be willingness. The
Opo.
willingness to be a mentor. That's why medyo personal yung through the years nagiging mas personal yung recruitment. Whereas before, we ask all the departments, or you give the names of the mentors na magiging mentors for the coming class. Ngayon, ginagawa pa rin yon pero mas secondary siya. There's a more personal touch to the recruitment. So, halimbawa, yung mga classmates ng mga nagkaroon ng happy experiences with mentoring, sila yung nagre-recruit from their classmates. Or kasi ang mga acceptable mentors for UPCM would be alumni from the college, and then former faculty, whether alumni or not, and then mga alumni din ng PGH, or some of them na mga alumni ng PGH yun. Pero mostly we want UPCM graduate. Tapos
Okay.
sabi mo qualities. What are the qualities? Based on student feedback, the qualities of a good mentor are those who, number one, they care. And how do they show that they care? They're present. When there's a meeting, when there's a mentoring session, they are there. When they're called upon, they answer. So, yung mga mentors na nagiging friends, nagiging close doon sa mga mentees nila, ito yung mga nagiging best mentors. And
Mga
in the
responsible.
feedback ng mga students, oo, talagang, the relationship is so close that students will say, I love you, ma'am. Yung mga ganyan, nakasulat yun sa mga feedback nila. So, it's very gratifying for the mentor naman to get such feedback from the students kasi the fact that they were instrumental in helping the students become better, or hurdle the challenges of medicine, these are all music to the ears of a mentor. Kasi, di ba, the reason why you nga become a mentor is to be able to help. So if you are able to achieve that, then, 'di ba? Yun na yung reward mo. In our case, kami ni Joey kasi nakatatlong batch na kami. Oo nga pala, a curious thing, no? In mentoring or in choosing mentors, we would like a male and a female presence as much as possible. Kasi sa amin, sa UP, 10 students will be assigned 2 mentors. So, 10:2. Yung dalawa na mentor, we preference lang, pero hindi requirement, na isang male and isang female. And in fact, we have mentors who are couples, no, mag-asawa na parehong alumni, so they become mentors to this group of 10 students. Ang ganda ng karanasan kasi para silang second parents ng mga students. So yun, kaya kung minsan meron kaming konting bias na mas maganda kung mag-asawa yung mentor. Pero having said that, depending on how many willing mentors we get, we try sana partner male and female. Pero kung hindi pa naman pwede, kasi some mentors, they would like to be with their friends also. So, pwede naman. Pwede naman kahit na anong partnerships. Basta ang importante, willing sila to be a mentor. Anna, are you there? Hello?
Hi, sorry po,
Yeah.
few
Medyo
minutes.
nawawala lang po yung yung camera ni
Mahirap
Doktora.
talaga.
Yeah.
Oo, sige. So, nakapasok ba yun?
Yes, we're still
Hello?
okay po, Doc Josie.
Can you still hear me?
Yep, yes po. Loud and clear po.
Sige. Okay. Okay, good. So, yes. So, as I said, mentoring is a relationship. And for a medical student going through the challenges of medical school, having someone you can turn to when things are difficult, or just someone to hang out with, sabi nga ng mga students, just to chill, is for them a very good thing, no? Nakakatulong sa kanila. So, yan ang mga benefits ng mentoring. And then for us mentors, the benefits are having this relationship, a closer relationship with some students, and also siguro on a personal level. As I said, kami ni Joey, we've had 3 batches of mentees na, and some of them are already specialists. Our first batch of mentees are already super specialists. I have an orthopedic surgeon, I have a PCVS surgeon. So, mga big time na sila ngayon. And one time when I fractured my hand, guess who took care of me? My mentee, who was then a resident in orthopedics. Inalagaan talaga niya ako. So, yun ang mga benefits din ng mentor. Diba? Kasi, it's like having 10 doctor children.
That's
What
so
an
nice.
advantage, ha?
Yeah.
Ha?
Napakaganda po. I wish when I was in nursing, I have met some mentors like you po. So
Ay,
I
nako.
would know what's going to what am I gonna do next? Diba
Yeah.
po?
Yeah, from the side naman of the students kasi, of course, they need to go through the challenge, diba? Of course, there will be struggles. Natural naman yun. Otherwise, hindi naman pwedeng madali lang ang medicine. Life and death ang career. Diba? To be a health professional, you have to deal with life and death. And therefore, there's really difficulty. learning the art, learning the skills needed to be able to do that. Yun, masarap lang na meron kang pwedeng kausapin, pwedeng tanungin, yun, pwedeng pagsumbungan kung minsan. So, yun yung papel ng mentor.
That's nice to hear po. Let's just wait for
Mm-mm.
Ma'am Jo, Doctora Jo.
Oo.
I just have a few questions like siguro, me kasi I'm a nursing student, no?
Oo,
Um,
sige.
kunwari, I'm gonna go to med school. So, part po yun ng
Mhm.
mentoring nyo na kung ano po yung mga dapat na i-take.
Parang career
Opo.
options ba yan?
Yes.
Sinasabi mo?
Opo. Yes.
Yeah, oo naman. There was kasi part of the question siguro of someone who's already halimbawa intern na o kaya malapit nang mag-graduate, yung question nila is, where do I go from here, no? Mag-specialize ba sila, mag-GP ba sila, mag-DTTB ba sila? So these are career options, no? One mentor who was very uh, caring, ang ginawa niya, tinawagan niya lahat ng friends and classmates na iba-iba ang career. Tapos, nagkaroon sila ng session, lalang. Kwentuhan lang din like this. Pero, nandun lahat yung mga friends, yung iba-ibang specialties. So, nag-share sila ng life nila doon sa mga students. So, may Q&A silang parang session. And this was facilitated by the mentor. So yun, I mean, it's if the mentees have this kind of questions, then the mentor tries to find ways so that the answers can be given. Hindi naman lahat manggagaling sa mentor eh. Pwedeng facilitation lang. Pwede naman ganun. Did that answer your question, my dear?
Yes po. Napakaganda po. At least meron po sa aming nag-guide kung ano po yung mga,
Oo.
opo. I have a question po
Mm-mm.
that was gathered by Doctora.
Sige.
Yeah. Bossy, who can be a mentor po?
Sige. Sorry, what's the question?
Yeah, I was asking po, who can
Who
be a
can be a mentor? Okay.
Opo. Yes po.
Okay. Well, in the College of Med, you have to have finished. I mean, you have to be a doctor already. You have to be practicing alone. Then, as I said, number one criteria would be the willingness to be a mentor, the willingness to spend time with the mentees. And before COVID, this is funny in UP. Before COVID, one of the kaya nga sabi ng ibang mentor, mahirap maging mentor kasi one of the things that the students really enjoy was having snacks with the mentors. Yung parang chill, kaya magastos daw ang mentoring. So kung hindi ka willing, 'di ba, mahirap 'yon. Then who are the mentors that receive good feedback? These are the mentors who go out of their way to talk to the mentees whenever it's needed. An example of this is a mentor. Nakita niya kasi groups of 10, di ba, yung hawak niya. Nakita niya yung isa sa mga mentees niya may mental health problem. Pero very quiet during mentoring sessions. So, what he did was to set a date na silang dalawa lang ang mag-uusap. In other words, a special date was arranged. And that's where the students revealed, no, kung ano talaga yung nangyayari sa kanya. Kasi many students will not say much kapag nasa group. Pero kapag one-on-one, mas nag-open up sila. And this became a suggestion and was followed by many mentors na pag merong mga students who might benefit from a one-on-one, then they will do it. So extra time yun eh. Kasi there's only 2 to 3 dedicated sessions for mentoring na parang ano, ang tawag dito, naka-schedule siya. Pero outside of that, a real mentor, would find the time, no, to spend and be with a mentee who is problematic. So yan yung mga magagaling na mentor. Okay ba yan? Nasagot ko ba yung sagot yung tanong mo?
Yes po. Medyo
Yan.
nawawala
Pwede
lang
bang
po yung
overseas?
doktora.
Actually, hindi naman overseas talaga na outside of the country. Pero, to tell you that frankly, I was so overwhelmed when I became the chief of the mentoring committee. Na sobrang na ano ko, natuwa, I was in awe. Dahil itong mentor na ito ay galing sa Davao. Doon sila talaga nakatira, doon siya nagpa-practice. And during mentoring sessions, she would come over sa Manila. That was pre-COVID time kasi noon kailangan nakikita-kita eh. So pre-COVID time, pumupunta talaga siya sa Manila. And then nag-meet siya with the mentees. Sabi nga niya sa akin, kasi when I interviewed her, how could you do that? Sabi niya, kasi enjoy na enjoy siya sa mentoring. Tapos nakwento nga niya yung mga children niya kung minsan nagsiselos dun sa mga mentees niya. Pero she was happy to be able to
Ay,
help these
ma'am,
young
sorry na
medical
puputol
students.
talaga. Opo.
Kaya
Ma'am,
ginagawa niya yung traveling overseas. Now, what about those from abroad? Kasi marami kaming alumni na nasa abroad na nagpa-practice. Medyo si
tsaka ma'am,
Ana
ako maraming
nagsimula niyan
ni-recruit.
ngayon eh.
Opo.
So this will be
Marami po ako ni-recruit.
experimental
Opo,
for
sa
this
abroad.
year
Opo.
na galing sa abroad talaga, I mean other country. My take on that is I need to partner them with someone who's more local. Kasi just in case magkaroon ng changes, halimbawa, hindi na tayo online lahat, and there will be a
Opo.
chance, an opportunity for mentors and mentees to actually be face-to-face. Mas maganda pa rin yung may local person that they can talk to.
So at least
I
may
wouldn't
sasagutin
expect someone
dito.
who's,
Opo.
residing in the,
So,
online kasi
ang
is
dami ko nga
okay lang,
na-recruit
no?
na
I
overseas,
mean,
ma'am eh. Opo.
I
And they were
know
excited.
you were first, ka talaga, number 1 recruiter talaga kita.
Ay, ma'am, maraming
I'm very
naniwala sa akin.
thankful. I know.
Siguro because I'm very
I'm
enthusiastic, so
thankful sa
papiniwala
Ana.
na sa akin.
Experiment natin to.
Oo, ma'am, there's only one. Tsaka Zoom
Yes.
na ngayon eh. Opo.
I'm grateful and I would like to experiment. Oo.
Oo, tsaka
Tama
marami tayong
naman.
alumni abroad eh. Opo.
Actually, I have a mentee right now. Ha?
Opo.
I have a mentee right now who's in the US. Kasi MD,
Wow, opo.
PhD siya. Tapos gumagawa
Opo.
siya ng research. Oo, nasa
Opo.
Washington siya. Ay, nasa Texas, sorry. Nasa Texas. So, actually, before he left, tinawagan ko yung mga classmates ko sa Texas. Sabi ko, alagaan nyo yan, nandyan ngayon. Kasi parang anak ko na rin siya. And we communicate via Zoom, via
Oh.
Facebook, ang dami ng
Yun
means
pala.
ngayon eh.
Opo.
That's why I said,
That's very
I
good, ma'am.
accepted the challenge of overseas mentoring. Let's see how it will work, no? So it's, at this
Kung ano
point, it's
mangyayari. Oh, nag-volunteer
experimental.
silang lahat, ma'am. So, dapat panindigan nila yon. Opo.
Oo.
Sige, Miss Rains, meron pa bang
De,
tanong?
alagaan
Opo.
naman natin yung mga mentors natin.
Opo, opo. I think there's another question. Ayan. I'm a parent of med students. I'm so worried.
Ayan.
I'm more anxious pa than my kids. Kasama ba ang parents sa mentoring, ma'am? You told me something like the students are already adults, pwede ba? Tama na yung mga parents. Opo. Please expound on that, ma'am. Opo.
Mahirap kasi nilang, yeah. Kasi at least the child, the medical student, may pangarap siya, no? And with that pangarap, talaga namang risky ang maging health professional eh, di ba? Hindi lang natin,
Opo.
hindi natin, parang binabaliwala lang natin before. Kasi may infection na rin naman noon before, may hazard na rin. Pero tingin natin, hindi naman tayo masyado maapektuhan yan. There will be a way, to deal with all the illnesses and all the challenges we will face. Pero ibang COVID kasi ngayon eh. Pinag-aaralan pa siya. There's a
Opo.
lot of it that is still unknown.
There's a
And then
lot of
it's
new
so
things to be
infectious.
learned.
Kaya
Opo.
talagang, yes. And then wearing a PPE, the personal protective equipment is not a joke. Grabe talaga siya. So there's really cause for anxiety. However,
Anxiety, opo.
diba, you cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. You cannot be a doctor
Opo.
without facing challenges. So, I can understand a parent becoming anxious, but yun eh, kung pinayagan mo yung anak mo na mag-aral para maging doktor, kailangan din tanggapin mo yung risk na kasama nun. But rest assured, the college is doing so many
The
things,
best.
no, to make
Opo.
to minimize all the dangers for the students. Kasi nga ang consideration, hindi pa naman sila doktor, medical student pa lang naman sila. So therefore, all the
Opo.
protections are going to be in place before they are allowed to even face the virus. Kung
Opo.
magkakasakit man sila, hindi, not because of, negligence on the part of the hospital or the college in providing what is necessary. It will be probably pag nagkaroon ng mga, misbehavior
Opo.
na
Tsaka
kagaya ng
community
mga ibang
transmission.
nating mga
Opo.
pasaway na mga
Opo.
kasamahan
Community
na
transmission.
hindi
Opo.
gumagamit ng mask, yung mga hindi gumagamit ng tama. I mean, things like this. I mean, it's a behavior thing. So, insofar as the College of Medicine and PGH is concerned, lahat ng pangangalaga ginagawa na.
How about ano
We
po?
have safety
Very,
officers in the
opo.
hospital. How about what? Choppy yung dating.
Ay, sorry, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, I was so intrigued about what you said na the med students are also adults. So, as a rule, the parents are not included in mentoring.
Doktora,
Can you, opo.
nawala lang po saglit si Doktora Josie.
Si
We can
ma'am?
wait po. Let's just wait for her po.
Oo. Tawagan mo na lang. Mahirapan
Ayun
din
na
si
po.
ma'am eh. Opo.
I think I went out.
Opo, she's there na.
Ayan. Ayan.
We're
Ma'am,
back.
I was so intrigued by your statement that the mentoring is
Sorry.
between the mentors and the students. It's okay, ma'am. Ako nga nawala eh. Now you treat the students as adults. Unless may mental health problem. Can you expound on that,
Yeah.
ma'am?
Oo.
Nagustuhan ko yun eh, that med students are adults.
Okay. Um, there was well, a parent, I should say, parang nire-require niya na bawasan yung mga requirements for the medical students. And as I was saying, the college already bent over backwards to make the challenges more achievable for the students. And then we are not entering high school students into the College of Medicine, no? Although may intermed, most of them are actually post-grad students. They have finished a course already. Most of their contemporaries will be entering the workforce and climbing the ladder, so to speak. So, minsan lang kasi feeling high school tong mga medical students kasi na parang isang class lang sila and then,
Opo.
parang yung feeling na high school. But they're not. They're adults. They're supposed to be
Responsible
acting
adults.
like
Opo.
one. Oo, they should be responsible adults. And yun, minsan kasi because of the environment, parang nagiging prolonged high school. Still, as I was telling the mentors, they are postgrad students. They should be treated as such. Diba? Hindi na sila
Opo.
bata.
Opo.
They should also be accountable for their actions.
Ayan po. Anong advice niyo po if the mentors discover mental health challenges? Ano po ang ginagawa ng college naman? Parang you told me that mentoring is different from mental health. So, mapaki, parang puntahan po
May
natin yun. No?
sorry, mentoring is
Yes.
different from mental health. Yeah.
Opo, yes. Sabi niyo po yun. I was very
Okay.
intrigued by that
Um,
statement.
because of the high incidence, there's a high incidence of mental health among the young these
Opo.
days, no?
Opo.
Kumbaga parang may epidemic tayo ng mga mental health problems. It's really more than what was usual. So mas marami ngayon yung may anxieties, may depression. And
Mental
these
health.
are medical
Opo. Opo.
entities. These are medical conditions. Oo. So, pag medical condition na, kailangan mo na rin ng medical intervention. And therefore, the mentor, the mentor is not supposed to deal with the mental health problem. They're supposed to help students become resilient. But if there's a problem already, they work with the psychiatrists of the students or they refer to our own psychiatrists in PGH. And both the college and the hospital already has an algorithm for when a student suddenly has a depression, a depressive attack or an anxiety attack, meron na kaming in place na algorithm, where to go, who to call, what to do. And the mentors are supposed to provide support. Kasi hindi naman sila lagi nasa hospital eh. Diba?
Opo.
They're outside. Some of them nga are practicing outside. So, ang madalas na tinatawagan are the people who are in the merong clinic, the UP Health Service, who should be contacted kapag meron silang ganitong attacks or ganitong medical conditions. And then in the college also, we have established another committee. This is a committee
Nawala lang po si Dr. Josie. So, let's just wait for her. Let me try to, reach out to her
Very
po.
no? Ako mahilig ako sa
so,
mentoring, Rins. If kung hindi makabalik si Doktora,
oo.
please call her up. Okay? Ayan. So,
So
Doktora
yung
was talking to
yung
us
mental
about
committee na yun is headed by a
sabi nga niya ano yung
psychiatrist.
mental health sa mentoring. Ayan.
Ayan. Kaya ang kasama sa mga tinuturo nila, mindfulness meditation, yung mga ganyan.
Opo.
Now, the
Kasi
mentors,
yun,
kung
no?
minsan nga nagiging anxious din, paano kung ang mentee namin magkaroon ng
Opo.
mental health breakdown? Yun. That's why we tell them, you call these numbers. Kasi parang sila yung sila yung pwede niyong tawagan. But also, we inform the parents. We want the parents
Opo.
to be on board
Be aware, ma'am. Opo. Opo.
so that they know what is happening.
So, alam din po nila. The
Hala,
parents also
unstable
know.
yung internet na naman.
Oh, ganyan talaga. Opo. It's okay. Opo. Miss Rains, meron pa bang tanong from the
Hello, are
audience?
we
Ma'am, po,
okay pa?
yes, ma'am. I
Um,
can hear you well. Very well. Miss
Doc
Rains, may
Jackie,
tanong ba
okay.
sa
Okay,
mga...
okay.
Wala po tayong tanong from our live audiences, Doktora. Perhaps, I think one of the reason kung bakit tayo nag-break also ngayon is most of the school are online na. They're starting their
Yes,
school na. So,
ma'am. Opo. Most of the
wala din
schools
tayo
are
masyadong
online.
audience ngayon.
Opo. Opo.
Maybe because they're moms
Ma'am,
and
can
their
you
dads.
cite a
Ah,
nice story po?
nag-start na nga yung internship namin.
Opo. Can you give us like a good story about mentoring po na
Ah,
parang mentors and students who became close, parang ganon?
yung nakaka-heartwarm.
Opo. Like a happy story
Let
about
me share this
mentoring,
up.
ma'am.
This is the story of another mentor, ha. Kami ni Joey, marami kaming nice
Opo.
stories. Pero I'd like to highlight this other mentor. Ah, so this mentor, ang grupo niya, ah, in her group, there's one member who is talagang poor. The student really came from the provinces, very poor ang parents. And then she's a scholar. She's the kind na sasanla niya yung cellphone niya para lang magkaroon ng pera.
Opo.
Parang gano'n siya kahirap.
Opo.
And then also in the same group is the son of a wealthy family. I mean, came from riches talaga. So what did the mentor do? The close na sila eh. This mentoring group is so close to each other. So they help this poor student go through medicine by helping her not just socially, not just psychologically, but financially. Sila mismo
Wow,
yung
sila din po.
humihingi ng
Opo.
oo,
Opo.
nagbibigay
Sila
ng tulong sa
nag-anak
kanya.
din po. Opo.
Oo. So hanggang ngayon, grabe ang relationship ng mga
Ganda
yan. They're
naman,
very,
ma'am.
very
Opo.
close.
Opo.
Oo. So
For
ganyan yung mga
other, ma'am,
kwento,
for
yung
other
mga
med schools. Ganda. Opo. Ma'am, for other
oo,
med
kasi
schools, could you suggest mentoring? Opo.
other I don't know nga about ang alam ko yung sa Ateneo maganda rin eh kasi the training of the mentors mas yata mas intensive. Sa UP
Opo.
kasi we have an orientation lang. We orient the mentors once before the start of the start of the mentoring once a year,
Opo.
and then we see them we get feedback at the end of the year again, no?
Opo.
So ganun lang yung namin, yung hindi intensive yung training. Although the mentors
Opo.
have been in recent years have been asking for more mental health training or talks. That's
Opo.
why nagkaroon ako ng nag-i-institute na ako ng mga in-between na sessions for the mentors. An
Ma'am,
example of
gusto ko
which is
mag-join.
si
Opo.
Dr. Banaag. Diba, I
Ay,
invited him
nagustuhan ko
para
yan,
sa
ma'am. Opo.
Generation X,
Opo. Opo.
Generation Z. Oh, 'di ba? Dealing with kasi iba na yung generation eh. So, yun,
Totoo,
we
ma'am.
need more
Opo.
sessions like bridging the gap. The orientation of
Totoo.
the mentors also, what I added was meron akong medical student, usually the class president nga, I ask, please share what life was like the year before when you started in medical school. So usually ito yung
Opo.
pinakamaraming questions, no? The medical student who will share the experience. Kasi doon hinahanap ng mentor yung ano eh, ano nga bang dinadaanan nyo? Ano ba yung iniisip nyo? Yon.
Opo.
So the orientation of the mentors will have some sessions on mental health, sessions on mentoring, and then yon sharing of a medical student para makita nila
Para malaman
how
po
they
nila.
can prepare themselves for the coming year.
Ayan.
Para alam
So,
nila, iba na kasing students ngayon eh.
oh, yun na nga.
Lalo na kung
Opo.
medyo may generation gap na, no? Yung mga medyo may edad na yung mentor, tapos yung mga students, millennial, o kaya even in Generation Z na nga.
Opo. Okay.
So, yan, we're
Ayan.
trying to bridge that gap through
Opo.
sessions.
Ayan. So, ma'am, before we close, inspirational message to the students, ma'am.
To the
Yung
students.
papasok po ng first years. Opo.
Parang ito ngayon yung ano eh, medyo marami kasi kaming debate ngayon, di ba? Dahil the school nga is started. For the medical student who's about to enter the College of Medicine, make sure you really want this choice, this career path, because it is not an easy path to take. And if you take it, mas maraming challenges ngayon. That's why kapag meron ka kasing motivation to do it, then mas madali mong matatanggap yung mga challenges. At the same time, isipin natin, mga medical students, isipin nyo na hindi pwedeng hindi ka haharap sa risk. Kasi although we will try to protect you while you're in medical school, when you graduate, haharapin mo pa rin yung mga risk na yon. And this is the thing. Kaya nga kung minsan gusto ko, hindi dapat ganun kadali ang medical school. There should be some difficulty. There should be struggle. Kasi yung tunay na buhay ng isang doktor, maraming struggle, maraming risk. At yun yung haharapin mo. Kaya ang pag-aaral ng medicine is not just books, no, not just learning some skills. It's also forming a form of an attitude towards your chosen profession. It's an attitude towards life, no? And you're also learning na itong hahawakan mo, buhay ng tao to. Hindi ano to
True,
eh.
ma'am. True.
I mean, yun.
Ayan.
Kaya yun yung gusto kong isipin ng isang medical student na, yes, if you really want this, you have to face the risks.
Ayan. Hindi madali, ma'am.
Yan,
Hindi
Ana, ang gusto kong sabihin.
Yes. And ma'am, sa mga mentors naman,
Oo, hindi talaga siya madali.
yes, ma'am. Ano naman yung words of inspiration nyo sa mga gustong maging mentors?
Sa mga mentors.
Oo,
Ang
yung
unang-unang
halimbawa,
kong gustong sabihin sa
naglalaro
mga
sila, whether
mentors,
they
lalo
should
na yun
become
ang mga
mentors or
nag-volunteer
not.
na is,
Opo.
matinding pasasalamat kung tatanggapin yung hamon na maging mentor. Kasi, iba naman ang hamon dito, iba naman ang challenge, no? It's to influence a younger person towards a path that hopefully will end in a person, a professional who cares about people, who cares about the country. Yun yung challenge. At saka, as a mentor, the reward is in the process itself of establishing that relationship with this young person. There's a lot of fulfillment in being able to establish that learning relationship with a young person.
Opo.
Parang it's also ano ba yun? Parang you're given this person to nurture. So it's like parenting na nga, siguro.
Parang
Diba? Parang
parenting in medicine.
ang swerte mo, parenting in medicine. Parang binigyan ka ng binigyan ka ng chance to be able to develop a person.
Ay,
So
ang ganda
yun,
naman mo.
it is rewarding in itself.
Very beautiful.
Pero syempre may mga
Ayan.
awards din after, 'di ba? O yun sabi ko nga,
Oo, yung
ilang
libreng
doktor
konsulta,
yan
ma'am.
naging anak mo. Libreng konsulta
Yan ang
pagdating
habol
ng
ko, ma'am, yung
panahon.
libreng konsulta sa kanila.
Oo,
Sana
may
may mag-cardio,
mag-aalaga
ma'am.
sa'yo, iba-ibang
Sana may mag-ano.
specialty.
Sana may mag-cardio.
Oo,
Sana may mag-pulmo. Tapos, kailangan ko rin ng
oo,
surgeon. Lahat yan, okay? Kailangan,
correct.
sige, isa-isa para libre ako. Yan. So, sige, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us. Ma'am, isusumbong ko yung mentoring group namin. Mas masipag pa
Bakit?
kami ni Dr. Vinyol. Sila nananahimik. Kami, message na message. Hindi nga kami
Mas,
pinapansin sa
mas ano
Viber,
kayo,
ma'am.
caring
Mas
and
kulimlim
caring.
yung mga yon. Mas ganado pa yung mga mentors kesa sa mentees. Opo. Nag-ano kami, nag-check-in.
Hayaan
Alam
mo
mo kung
lang
sino
sila.
nag-check-in? Ako at saka si Dr. Robinyol. Yung mga bata, walang chine. Ayun. Patuloy niyo yun, ma'am. Susumbong ko sila. So, so sige,
Pa-effect mo lang yan, kunyari.
opo, opo. But I'm sure they're busy lang. So, to everyone who joined us, Ma'am Josie, thank you so much for sharing with us the
Okay,
mentoring.
thank you for the
Something that's very
opportunity.
close to my heart, Ma'am. Ako yung pinakamaraming na-recruit. Ayan.
Correct. Thank you so much.
Maghahanap pa ako. So, thank you so much for sharing with us. And thank you for joining us ngayong hapon na to. Thanks, Ma'am Josie. Salamat po.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much po. Thank you. Ayan. So, Miss Rains, bumati na lang tayo. From Randy. How are you, Randy? Kumusta? From my blessed afternoon. From Sheena, good afternoon, Iha. From Jomi, kumusta? Good afternoon. From Mr. Eddie, good afternoon. From Vicky, hi, kumusta? From Miss Merly, good afternoon po. From Mr. Dino, magandang hapon. Ayan.
Doktora, that's all that we have po.
Thank you, Ms. Reina. And tomorrow, sa hapon po, we will be discussing organic na breastfeeding pa. Hanep, ano? How to be a vegan breastfeeder.
Ay, magandang
Basta
topic po
talagang
yan, Doc.
magaling si ma'am sa ano, talagang in fairness she's living a very healthy lifestyle, Nanay Nona Castillo Andaya. She'll teach you po how to to prepare your food without added sugar. And again, she was Brenji's breastfeeding coach po. And one of the best breastfeeding coaches in the Philippines, one of the original lactation consultants po dito po sa Pilipinas, Nanay Nona. This is Breastfeeding Month. Kasama ko po siya sa Malacanang. She was the presidential advisor on infant nutrition with President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. Her name is Nanay Nona Andaya Castillo. Tomorrow po yan. Okay, guys. Salamat. Thank
Salamat
you.
po.
Thank you.